had 3 months of training. Well, it turns out that it was about a year and a half of training for me to be able to get ready for the space station mission. It would have been longer, but we got moved up 6 months. We had planned November of 16. We were told, hey, you're not 1 year from launch, you're 1 year from landing. And so our training got shortened, and guess what? I don't think our folks were disappointed with the crew's performance. We were able to do the same job that people who had the extended training. And then we had another surprise come the spring of 2017, that Joe Acaba, due to the partnership with Boeing and the International Space Station Program, was going to be able to get a surprise seat on the September launch. Well, he had 6 months to get ready for the mission. And because of his experience, he had been there before, and the way that we looked at our training, going, well, how can we train somebody that quickly to do the mission? We were able to get him trained up. And then through a combination of on-the-job training, mentorship kind of on orbit, doing training on orbit, he ended up executing the mission, and I don't think anybody noticed that he was performing any different than anybody who had been up there for over 2 years. And so the other thing that also pushed for both my crew getting cut short a little bit and Joe, we got better with our just-in-time training. So whether it was the procedures, or it was the review time, or it was the time in the schedule to get familiar with the equipment before we did it, or the one thing that we really appreciated was the videos. The quality of the videos that we had. Go look at this little 2-minute video to show you the 10 steps you're going to do that's written on a piece of paper, that if you had never seen it before, the video is done by the subject matter expert. And so therefore, it's the actual equipment with someone who really knows it talking about it, rather than for me trying to read 10 lines of code and the procedure and trying to interpolate and understand what that person's trying to say. And so those types of things give me great hope that we're going to be able to get the training down to a lot less than what it is. Because taking a class on a piece of equipment a year before launch is good to get physically hands-on. You get some muscle memory there, but the details of it are lost. But if I can look at a video right before I do it and then just execute the same thing, then maybe the accuracy goes up because of the recency of the training. Yes. Future Space Explorer.
Have you bumped your head in the space station?
Did I bonk my head?
Yeah, in the space station.
Absolutely. Fortunately, no visible scars, just deep emotional ones. But for that video you saw of me, floating around space station doing all the things, there's a whole another, 10 times amount of outtakes where you float off and you bump into the wall, or you take off the cushion off the bicycle that we had, so those types of things. But yes, you end up getting better and better the longer you're up there, but you definitely bonk things when you're going by, and you try not to bonk the experiments and the delicate stuff, just yourself.
Hello, back here. If you don't remember it, I'm the guy with the long last name.
All right.
My question is expectations versus reality. Do you think on what you thought of the space station was different than how it was on the space station?
I'm sorry, I couldn't catch all of that. Try one more time.
Whatever what you thought was going to happen on the space station, did it happen to you, or was it different, like what you thought?
Okay. So it was what happened on space station meet with my expectations when I was going up. Fortunately, we have an astronaut office where when people come back from space, they help train the next astronauts. They help increase efficiency in procedures and pass on the knowledge they've learned. And so we certainly benefit from that. And I had been up on a space shuttle mission, so I'd spent 7 days on the space station during that mission, so I was somewhat familiar. But the training that we have, the system that we have, is really good, and our trainers are phenomenal in preparing us for what we can expect. It's just the floating around part that we can't do that, can't simulate that down here on Earth. And so in that regard, the training was great and accurate, but even though we'll try and do a day in the life of space station on Earth, it still cannot match the level of intensity in the schedule where everyone's floating around doing their, 6 crew members doing their different jobs with different equipment in different areas of space station, just a little beehive of activity that it is. And so it takes, a few days to get, adjusted to that. But once you do, it's amazing to see what we can do. We had crew members a few months into it with Joe and Mark. were literally, we were reading each other's minds. I was shocked that we were able to get that level of crew cohesion where we could basically hand off a procedure at a certain step number, and they were familiar enough to be able to just hop in, pick it up, and not have to do a detailed pass down on what we were doing. And so I think that was, the efficiency of the crew members as they get to that level really allows Space Station to get a lot more stuff done. And we were the first full increment with 4 crew. And so being able to do the spacewalks, the maintenance that had been building up for years because we had built the time in, getting all the science knocked out and the whole task list. These are things that was really rewarding. I think hopefully that the whole team, whether it was in Huntsville or it was down at Johnson Space Center, felt a real sense of satisfaction that we were able to really make station and leave it in a better place than we did at the end of the increment. Yes?
Hi. So my question is about international cooperation. For me, the most impressive thing about the ISS, besides being in space, is the fact that so many countries came together to make it happen. Do you think that that continues as the space becomes more privatized?
I think as you see the international partnership evolving with International Space Station becoming more commercialized, where it isn't just everybody inside owning the building and all the stuff on the floors, or the partnership becomes more like the landlord, where they've got the building and we'll keep the elevators running, the toilets flushing, but we'll have all these different other businesses renting out floors within the space station. That's kind of the analogy I like. I think that international partnership, as you heard maybe earlier this morning, it's just going to evolve and go out because there aren't the businesses that have the business case to be able to go to the moon at this point for a sustained period. They're not able to make a Mars-class transit vehicle. They're not able to do the research that'll make the propellant systems that'll evolve us beyond chemical rockets. Because right now we burn chemical rockets, carry all the fuel up out of the atmosphere, burn them, and then we coast all the way to Mars. That's why it takes 8 months to get there. But if we're able to get ion engines or plasma engines or solar electric, these types of things where it's a smaller impulse, you don't see the big flame out the rear end, but it's accelerating the whole time, and we get up to ludicrous speed because we're accelerating the whole time instead of coasting, and then halfway there we just turn the vehicle around and then fire it as we slow down into the Martian atmosphere, then that's allows us to get there maybe in 2-3 months. And that'll really change the size of the vehicle, the amount of food we have to take, how long the crew's exposed to zero gravity, how long exposed to deep space radiation. And so those are the types of things that right now commercial companies don't have the capital or the amount of expertise to be able to do that. But hopefully the International Space Station is the model that will take that and that partnership out into beyond low Earth orbit and then ultimately into the solar system. Yes.
Yes, given your experience on Space Station, what were you missing or could you have used more of that would have made your job easier, more productive, enabled you to get more done?
Good question, because time. I think like most of us, whether it's your personal life or your work life, time. We were working hard every day. By the time we got up and had our planning conference until when we finished and then had dinner, it was just a race every day. And it got to the point where I don't know how we could have gotten a whole lot more efficient. Certainly there are things that we're working on, like, for example, reducing the amount of packing material that we bring up, that we then have to worry about storing and then unwrapping and assembling. Hey, is that an area we can get more efficient? Not something the crew can really do, but it's just a shift on the way we ship things up to space station. So that would be an example of something like that. The thing you asked, the first part of the question you asked was, things, what do we miss? Well, the things that we miss really are, fresh air, freshly made meal, the hug of your child as they wrap their little arms around your neck, that physical touch, because, you don't have that for months at a time. And so I hope that answers your question.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
All right, we got a final question over here?
Yeah, okay, so I know some people who, oh, yeah, I'm right here.
Okay.
Okay. Right here. Okay, so anyway, I know some people who believe that the Earth is flat, and I want to know your perspective, like what you think of it, and like how to disprove that the Earth is flat. Like, how do you prove that the Earth is not flat?
Take any of those people and send them to any of the social media or websites that I've shown you, because I've just shown you going around the Earth in 90 minutes. So that I don't know how anybody can say the Earth is flat, because if it was flat, we went around in 90 minutes, it'd be a really sharp turn at the corners, and we'd all be pressed up against the glass, and then we'd go straight for a while, and have to make that sharp turn again. And I didn't see that in any of the videos. All right, last question over here.
So I know that astronauts have very strict schedules. About how much free time do you have to take pictures or just time to yourself?
You've got a pre-sleep period where you wake up and you've got to get cleaned up, shaved, dressed, eat. Sometimes there's a little bit of time in there that you have. If you're able to get stuff done ahead of time on the schedule, you can create free time within the day. But typically, when we create that kind of free time, then you're helping somebody else who's maybe not ahead. And then the other time is after we're done with the evening planning conference, or we're able to have our dinner. It's after that, before you go to bed, that you have the free time where you're finally able to do a bit more of the personal stuff, whether it's the phone calls or typing an email or taking a picture. You always wish you had more. Weekends we try and take off and give people a break, an opportunity to recharge, physically and mentally, because again, you can't get away from work. You're living in it. But there's never enough time for that. But you're fortunate for the time that you do have to be able to do it. All right, so thank you all for your great questions. I'm going to ask Mr. Mark Mulqueen from the Boeing Company to come on up and kick off the award ceremony.